So this is why I said that this is gonna be a bad idea. Well, it is because that there's not really a lot of questions to ask to answer about, but at least that's better than just nothing. So anyway, welcome to the russiarune and stignified Q&A. This is me, Kyber, and I'm gonna be telling you and answering every question that I just seen in the comments. So I will be reading only those comments that I hearted, which means that if I hearted that comment, I will be answering that. So it has come to the deadline, and a little news about myself: summer break. Yay, that's pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, so let's just go to the description now. And wait, yeah. So we're supposed to go to the comments, and let me see what I was supposed to answer. Alright, so first question goes. Okay, so let's begin with uh stickman 5 questions because there's not really many of them. So let's begin with them. So for stickman 5 question, there is only a fun fact though that there's only like two questions actually. So the battle royale mode for stickman 5 is still being worked on. The like actual map is still gonna be built, and it's pretty much almost done. Now I gotta try to figure out how I should code it so you can basically spawn in random places. So instead of just teleporting into the place like in only one place, like in every like map for classic mode maps, if you get it right, uh you basically spawn only in one position that I've set. Then in this map, I will try to code it so instead of just teleporting to one place for everyone. So yeah, basically some people will spawn on a mountain, some people will spawn on a small island. Basically, it all depends on the code and the randomness. Yeah. So anyway, uh, I just want to try to make this video as long as possible because like there's not really a lot of questions, so I mean I have no choice but to try to make this video as long as possible. But I mean at least not longer than an hour. So anyway, uh, let's start with Sam, who asked for Stigmify, is there ever gonna be unlockable for like skins? It was actually that time that I was making these kinds of events where people, for example, most likely winners, were winning their like unlockable skin. But now, just not really much anymore. I just do this game just for fun, okay? So if I want to make them like, if I want to allow them use some of the privated skins, then I will. But unfortunately, I think this thing is kind of just getting old. So you just have to just have fun, I guess. I will kind of do events and something, but anyway, I already know better that Stigmified is not getting popular much, and yeah, it's kind of confusing for them when it's not an OG person is playing the game, like a person who isn't really familiar with the game for like 3 years, unlike any of my friends. So yeah, and finally, the last question about Stigmified is: are community maps ever going to be a thing? Well, that's a good question. The good news is I already made a model which you can make your own classic mode map. I finally made the map making kit, so you can basically just build your own map. And as long as it's a pretty good map and can be suitable for like any other conditions or anything, it's gonna be in special room, which it will be called community made maps. It's gonna be only for classic mode, so building maps for battle royale mode is gonna be impossible because it consists of terrains. But the fact that you cannot really select or copy or just do whatever with terrain, I mean you can technically, but you cannot just upload it to like uh the You cannot basically just upload it to the uh, Roblox store library or whatever. So basically, you cannot just upload it to Roblox, so people can just copy this terrain and just post it in. I wish that could be a thing, but unfortunately, Roblox haven't hasn't done anything about it. But maybe they'll do something. Who knows? I mean, I'm not Roblox, so right. I just only think it. That's only my opinion. Now, here goes the Russian questions. So, here's this kind of question that I just was asked by some friends, and now this is the question I'm hearing again. Do they have another dimension like Deltarune? So in Deltarune, there is a dimension which there is Dark World. So basically there are lighteners and darkeners. So basically there are characters which can live in light, and some can only live in dark. I mean, it's gonna be too much here to explain, but yeah, if you see the gameplay, you can understand literally everything. Because russiarune was highly inspired about Deltarune because of its style and its like lore inspiration. Except it's basically just like Deltarune, except it's my own lore, it's my own everything, and my own unique mechanism to it. Because unlike in Deltarune, where it's basically turn-based fights, well, in russiarune I will try to make like a run and gun game. Like the fight will be going on real time, no turns, in real time. So, to answer the question about the dimensions, yes, because Vlad starts from just his house until he decides to use the computer, and then he basically gets sucked into the video game world, where that's where he met his first friend, which is Jade, and then they just wanted to go to the gaming store and gaming center, and by that, when they just decided to go stop gaming after they had some fun, they decided to go upstairs and to go and activate that kind of portal, because it is believed that uh, in the upstairs of a gaming center there was people actually working on making the portal a real thing. So basically, people would be able to go into the video game world and basically feel like they're inside of a video game, except it's now a real thing. So yeah, but they still haven't finished it for how many years it would have been. It still have been on progress for like 10 or more years. Well, let's say that as in lore. Uh, and they just even if it's not really correctly finished, they just decided to activate it, and then they just both go into the portal, and that's where there's more characters, more guns, basically more people, more fun. Yeah. All right, next question. So, uh, now there are questions about the release date. So, according to according to me, the release date is still unknown. I mean, come on, man, it's only like the start of a game, so I don't think I can even tell you when can I even finish it. The closest I can tell you that if I were to be working on the game 24/7, even if I don't know much about Game Maker, it probably would be either 1 year or two. But again, I don't know what is the release date, so my opinions and my uh, thoughts are definitely not correct and definitely not true, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Now here goes the Vlad questions. The questions about Vlad. Uh, so can Vlad dance? I mean, obviously. Well, I mean, if I would actually try to animate Vlad dancing, sure thing. Maybe I can actually do that as a silly animation crap. Yeah. uh, and finally, And there was actually a pretty uh, genius question to ask about. How old is Vlad? Well, canonically, uh, Vlad might look like he's probably 16 or 17, but I think he could probably be 18 or 17. So basically, he's between 16 and 18. So the closest answer I can tell you is that he is 70-ish. And so that's pretty much it, I should say, about the Q&A. Like I said, if there were not a lot of questions, then this video is not gonna take too long. But now let me tell you something more about what I just got about Russiarune. So for people who are interested into Russiarune spoilers, I'm just gonna tell you that if you don't like Russiarune spoilers, you can close the video now. So see ya. But for the rest of the people, uh, I will tell something that I just decided to do today. So now, uh, I decided to draw some more designs of a character. My friends were asking me if I should or they asked me to add their own character in Russian style. So basically, they are also characters for the Vlad's gang, and canonically, the Vlad's gang name is the Gamers. Yeah, I mean Russian is basically like Deltarune, but Gamers edition. Guns. They're pretty funny, I should say. And yeah, basically there are two characters that I decided to make them. Uh, uh, yeah, so here it is on your screen. There is basically Impy, or that's in short for Imp Illusion. So yeah, that's a new female character requested by my friends. And there is also another this cool guy, which I just showing on here on the screen. This guy's name is Demet. I know for some people it might remind you of a pretty bad person or anything, but seriously, man, calm down with it. Seriously, I'm not trying to like bring up any or like sort of drama or anything about him. It's just an original character, alright? Good. So, yeah. For now, that's pretty much it I can tell you. Speaking of soundtracks, I'll upload some more later. But for now, at this point, I'll probably go to sleep now. So if I have a summer break today for 3 months, that also means that I can do whatever I want 24/7 as long as I'm not tired yet. So let's see what can I do. Alright, it was Kyber answering your questions. Ciao. Stay tuned.